Title: The Tiktik'sCall. In the remote village of Negros, nestled deep in the forests of the Visayas, the nights were unnervingly quiet. The people believed the silence was not a blessing but a warning, a time when creatures from the shadows roamed. Among them was the Tiktik, an ominous bird-like creature whose call was a harbinger of death. Mina, 8 months pregnant with her first child, lived with her husband, Carlos, in a bamboo hut at the edge of the forest. She had heard the stories about the Tiktik growing up, but she had never believed them. The idea of a creature that partnered with the swans to hunt the unborn seemed like a tale meant to frighten children. One night, as Mina lay restless in bed, the silence outside grew unsettling. Even the usual croaking of frogs and chirping of crickets had vanished. Suddenly, a sharp, screeching cry pierced the air. Tik-tik, tik-tik. Mina froze. The sound was far away, but her heart pounded nonetheless. Carlos stirred beside her, his brow furrowed in concern. "It's just a bird," Mina whispered, trying to convince herself more than him. But Carlos wasn't convinced. He had grown up hearing stories of how the Tiktik'sCall was deceptive. When it sounded far away, the creature was near, lurking in the shadows. Waiting for its chance to strike, he sat up, reaching for the bulo knife he kept by the bed. "Stay here," he said, his voice firm. As Carlos stepped outside, the sound grew louder. Tik-tik. He scanned the darkness, the faint glow of the moon casting eerie shadows on the trees. The forest felt alive, the rustling of leaves like whispers mocking his courage. Inside, Mina clutched her stomach, a creeping sense of dread washing over her. The air grew colder, and a foul stench wafted into the room. She turned toward the window and gasped. A pair of glowing red eyes stared back at her. The figure outside was gaunt, its elongated limbs twisted unnaturally, its mouth stretched into a grotesque grin, revealing sharp, stained teeth. It clung to the bamboo wall like a lizard, its long, pointed tongue darting toward the window. Mina screamed, her voice slicing through the night. Carlos rushed back in, his knife at the ready. The creature let out a guttural screech and leapt into the darkness, its wings flapping loudly. "It's the Tiktik," Carlos said, his voice trembling. "It's after the baby."